Hello guys, and what's up? It's Totalxclipse here, and today we're continuing our Let's Play series in Satisfactory. Now today the first thing that we're going to be doing is sorting out what we were talking about in the last episode while we were just catching up, and that's developing a nice space here using the foundations to create quite a neat effect. So as you can see, this is what we've done here. It gives like a little bit of difference when it comes to the actual game. It gives us something to look at and enjoy rather than just these plain foundations. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to start off with our delete tool and just make some room. Now I think if we want to be doing this, we're actually going to have to go ooh, not quite what I wanted to do, but we'll delete U2 and this here. There we go. So I have counted the foundations in between these, and I remember that I had to go one extra in order to do this. So it's actually 11 in between. So we need to go 5, then have a space, and then 5 more. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where this one needs to actually be. Just do that. We're going to quickly delete these, except we don't need to delete that one. And then we're going to have a space here, so we are actually going to have a bit more room for extra pipes should we need it. And we're just going to delete all of these as well. And now we're very quickly going to add this middle curved pipe, and then underneath we're also going to need maybe we just use these. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And then we're also going to cover the top of these in a little bit, but for the time being this is going to be 2. The other issue here, funnily enough, is that we don't actually have a lot of space. So we might have to just play around with it a little here and have just one central kind of tube for all the pipes that we may potentially need for the factory. Let's just check that we've got space under here for the time being. Okay, so it looks like we're actually going to be fine all the way through. Really well planned, Tom. So as you can see, we've developed a little tube or half pipe for our liquids to come through. We're just finishing it off now. Hopefully it's all along the same line. I'm trying not to cross the these little iron, what do you call them? Not ingots. I don't know. I've forgotten. My mind is not working. But I'm trying to get them all going in the same direction, just because it's going to obviously look neater. And the way you can do this is, if you look here, it's it doesn't work there, but here you can see where this line is down like here. I can't point to it. That goes the opposite way to the actual bar. So if we place this down, you'll see it's along here. And if we do it the other way, if we want it to go straight, you see this patch here, we actually want that to go either on that side or this side. And there you go. That would just make everything look a little bit neater if we just jump here. So here we have where the liquids are going to go. This is going to be mainly for water, as I'm sure we're going to need it for our factory. Let's quickly cover this up as well. And then we might do another space similar to this for items coming in via conveyor as well. Either parallel, or we can also just do a little bit of like interesting looking art for decoration purposes, but I'm not sure whether we'll do that on this floor. Really, what I'd love them, like Coffee Stain, to do is a half pipe. So as you can see here, the same as here, we have the 8 meter by 1 meter, the 8 meter by 2 meter, and the 8 meter by 4 meters. If we could have that for here, so this is the 8 by 4 meter version, then they can do the 8 by 2 meter and 8 by 1 meter. That would just give us so much more to play around with. But for the time being, we'll make use of it in as interesting a fashion as possible. I think what we're going to do here is patch this up, at least for the time being. I wonder if we can do it with glass. So here we have the glass. If we can place 3 down, and I wonder if we can use the pipe walled entrance, the pipeline wall hole. Ooh, we can. Ooh, now that is nice. So we can have 3, well, we could actually have up to 5, I think. No, 7, sorry. Pipes going in through our factory. Obviously, we're not going to do that much. We're going to try and maybe we should just have the 3 there. Normally, I prefer a bit more space in between, but we can't really do that there. And underneath here, because it's all about making everything look neat, we're going to add the inverted version as well. So here we go. If we go down here, inverted 8 meter by 1 meter ramp, and then we should be able to do this all along here. It's just going to make this look a little bit neater rather than having it sticking out and protruding at the bottom. In fact, I'm quite liking this. So as you can see, that is now done and it's ready for when we're bringing water into the base. As for now, our next point of call is going to be I think we need to start developing factories for various items. So the idea is that what we will be doing is eventually bringing it to a central storage area around here, which I think we will possibly build. And this is directly in the middle, so it should look pretty good. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to build the storage unit area, the central hub here. Then we will have a train station pull up the other side and drop items off. So first things first, we're going to need to set up a circle here. So I'm going to quickly speed this bit up once we get started, and hopefully you'll see what we're doing. Right, so here we are. Now the first thing is we need to get to a location which we're happy about. And once you're in a location that you're happy with, the first thing that you're going to do is stand just off the center of the foundation, facing the middle, and we're going to take something round, like the wires. It doesn't necessarily need to be round, I just find it easier, and we're going to place this down. The idea is we want it as centrally located as possible. Fortunately this isn't, so we're going to try it again. I mean, that's not far off, so I mean, slightly on one side, but anyway, we're gonna just go for it anyway for the purpose of this video. We're going to delete the one that's underneath us, and from here the important thing is do not press the W, A, S or D keys, and we're just going to jump from now on, place this down, and then we're going to place our foundations. Now also note that I didn't go straight to the furthest one, it's going to be slightly off. Instead I'm doing this in a cross and connecting to the end. Let's do it 4 of the one that I've just placed rather than the next one across. Do it here, 2, 3, 4, and again on this side. And now we're going to speed up the video because what we're going to do is delete all of these without pressing the W, S, A, D keys. Yeah, that should be enough. And then we're going to drop down, press 0 on our thing. When it's coming up as red, we're then going to use the inner mouse wheel to move it 1, and then we're going to jump up. Why didn't that work? Maybe it didn't read it. So from here we're going to turn it once, jump and place down. There you go. And so now you can see that we're 1 place off, and we're just going to run it across 4 lengths on all 4 sides. So now we're going to speed this up. So here we are, we've now done it. The next thing that we need to do, now that we've done this circle, you can see it's all around here. I think this is the right height, the right width. The next thing that we need to do while we're here, that's slightly off, isn't it? Oof, don't like that. From here, what we're going to do is just go underground again. I think we'll place these pipes. If we go straight on, if we place a glass panel, and then from here we may, if we're lucky, be able to do the repeat of what we've just done. I think we'll have to place it on here and then delete. This will allow the water to come in, and ideally I want the liquids, whether it's water or oil, for example, or aluminium or aluminum solution, and to be able to bring it through and then just collect them in the middle. We made it, nice. So I think this the center. So if we go open it up here, will give us a bit more room to play around with. Okay, so the idea is that here we'll be able to bring the liquid items through. Let's have a look at the quite nice. Okay, we're going to play around with this while it's dark, and I'll show you what we end up with. So I've spent a bit of time working on this, and we are using a bit of a clipping trick with the half foundations, but as you can see we're just bringing these up to here. They're going to clip slightly through, although I'm just going to pretend that it's actually half connected. And there you can see that we've got this, and they're going to be in the center. That's all our liquids. I don't know if we'll need any more than just 3 containers, but for now they seem to be working fine. We're then going to place one here, one, I think here, no, maybe here. And let's just bring these up. Now what I want is these to be at a straight angle if possible, and then wonder if we change that. Nope. Okay, here. Yeah, that's better. Right angle, sorry. Then we're going to have this one go straight up. Can't afford. So now that I've placed the pipes in, what I would like to mention is here we have 3 options for the liquids in this build. However, if these weren't connected, we could actually use them to have 3 extra, we could actually run them along here and then clip them through this girder, that's the word that I was looking for earlier on, but bring them up to here through this pipe. Obviously we're not going to do that for this build, but ooh, that's got to change, hasn't it? Do one there and one there, and we'll do it on the other side. Okay, so that is the liquid part done. Next we need to start placing our our storage units, and then we're going to need to do the industrial ones. So I'm going to quickly pass through this. We're going to leave these 3 sections open, and then we're going to have to place them. We want to be able to put walls down, so I'm going to say about there. That is not in the center. So the way to look at in the center is to go by this little triangle cross here. I'm saying this more for myself than for you guys though. And we also want the containers facing outwards. And from here we just need to make sure that we can place a wall. Although, oh no, we can. Fantastic. We could actually give it a little bit more space if we wanted to. No, I think that's good. Perfect. We're going to go around now and just do the rest of the industrial containers, and then we're going to add the industrial containers on top. So bear with me. Right, so next step, we're just walling it all up, which is nice and easy. We need the middle one to actually be a wall conveyor, but we'll do that in a second. Now, before we actually do the industrial containers, I thought it would be a good idea to quickly run the pipes. So what we're actually doing is running the pipes all along here, and where there's arrays, we're going to follow this stuff across. Not too keen about this. I wish we could get rid of that, but nonetheless, we're doing the same all the way through here, and we're trying to keep with the general feel of it. Unfortunately, with a bit of a dip here, we've had to add an extra foundation just on top to make it look neat, but I'm relatively happy with how it's going. We're just going to finish this off and get it all to the other end. I am aware that these are going to come all the way out. So at this point, I am happy to say that we have finished. We have now finished the piping underneath. So if we just look here, you can see how we've got the 3 pipes, and we're also using the glass windows here. And this goes all the way through over to where we just were at the storage unit. So one last thing for me to not need to worry about. The only bit that I'm not 100% keen on is this bit here. The pipes have come out a little bit too much, and I'm not too keen on them protruding without a glass panel in between. But there's not much I can do about that. In fact, the only thing that I could possibly do would be to do this, which I think is probably better actually. So let's cover our mess, and so we've just got this cropping out, which doesn't look too bad, and then the same goes for over here. Of course, this one's sunk in glass, which looks nice, and then everything follows around onto here, where we now have the startings of our central storage unit. Now this, I think, the fact that we can only hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 items means that we're probably going to specifically build this for the basic early game items. and then we'll just have to develop it from there afterwards. Maybe have a secondary storage unit for more complex bits and pieces. So anyway, we need to grab some stuff so that we can build the industrial units. So I'll be right back. So it's the crack of dawn and we're back. We're going to do the industrial containers now. So we're going to need everything facing inwards this time. We're going to go all around. I hope I have enough. Now this is the moment we find out whether everything is actually in the right position or if it's not. So here we're going to need to place some walls. We're going to go, maybe we should go a second higher. That might be a good idea. In fact, we could place another round of industrial containers, but that's not needed. Let's not go that far. So we are going to need to place these. We're going to need some more rods. So we're going to go back round. Now the idea is that we will have the items come through here, and then they will decant into here. Now if this runs out, if we have space in here, well, we should have like a walkway maybe there. If we know that this has gone down, we know that I think we have 8 by 4 in terms of per train. So once it gets to this level, we can import some more resources from our train station, which will be located just next door, if everything goes to plan. But at the same time, we will always have a backup here. So if we do need extra items before the train gets there, we have this one, and there's this one that will allow us to pretty much keep a full inventory regardless. So that's the reason why we've done it this way. Right now we're going to add some more walls. We're going to go one up with this one, and then we're going to add this, and just to make sure everything is the right height, we're going to also just check that we can, yeah. Right, so let's do this. So we're now at the top of here, and as you can see, we've replaced, these were going to be windows, but we've replaced them with walls because I feel like they'll be better suited for the next level. Also, we're going to build a foundation for us to actually stand on going around. So we're going to then add the windowed walls here and just make everything look a lot neater. Now if you're doing this, I keep making the mistake. How you should be placing these angled walls is so that against the wall there's the gap, because that's going to make it much easier for you to place them. So at this point I'm slightly concerned that my phone didn't record, well, has deleted the recording that I made, voice recording. So just to cover what may have been deleted, we've managed, let's get downstairs, to put these railings around the outside. We also have windows. I'm quite happy with how it's turning out. We're going to do a slanted roof now, just to make it look a little neater, and even over there we've had to use some conveyor poles just to block the exit, and obviously we're trying to make it look as neat as possible. It's a little bit messy, all of this, but it's working for now. Down here, before the lights go out, we also have the 4 containers, 3 containers, 1 industrial and 2 normal ones, and each one has a place where you can see the item coming out here to its right, and then if we go outside we can also see this is going to be the input for the smart splitter, and then we have the excess coming down and being moved to the bottom. After 6 hours or 6.5 hours, we have finished more or less the new central storage area. We just need to unlock the trains now and also connect some smart splitters, which means we need advanced electronics. I didn't think about that, but certainly yes, we've got this far, and I'm pretty happy with how it looks. I mean, if we look at it, let's go down and check it out one last time. But as you can see here, we've got a very slim sloped roof. Then under here I might do another like sloped, inward sloped inverted ramp all the way down here. But I'm quite happy with the way it's turned out, more or less. And we just need to unlock the rest of the things to get it working, I guess. But we've also managed to do the kind of walkways today, and they look quite cool. A few things that I do want to sort out. I need something to come and cover up this, but I don't know what yet. But apart from that, I'm thinking this has been quite a successful day, really. So this is the inside. I'm not too keen on this ladder. I wish we had like a slimline version. And we do need some kind of lights to come from the ceiling. That may be where mods come in to the game, which we will be covering shortly, hopefully. But we have these lovely rails. We have all this storage, and obviously everything's going to come down here and display it. I do wish these were a bit more like linear. I might delete these because some of them look, well, even these bits are a bit off. I can't seem to get them perfect. But I am pretty chuffed with how it's been, how it's come together so far. And obviously a few more things that we need to do is just the rest of the factory now. Just a little thing, the rest of it. But I'm pretty happy with how today's episode has been. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do drop a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and feel free to join in on our Discord. The link is below for our community where you can show us your designs and get in contact with us and chat. But anyway, guys, until next time, thank you so much for watching. And as always, ciao for now.